Have you ever felt like you're working hard but getting nowhere? That no matter how many hours you put in, the bills still pile up and you're no closer to financial freedom than you were last year? This is the illusion the system wants you to believe, that if you just work a little harder, do a little more, everything will fall into place. But let me tell you something, the system is rigged. It's designed to keep you in a constant cycle of struggle, and no amount of overtime is going to break that cycle. You're stuck and it's not your fault. The trap of the 9-to-5 consumerism and debt, it's all part of the plan. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay stuck. You can break free. But first, you need to wake up and see the truth. The 9-to-5 trap is one of the most deceptive illusions of all. You work hard every day, exchange your time for money, and you feel like you're getting somewhere. But when you look at your paycheck at the end of the month, you realize that it's just not enough. Why? Because it's not designed to be enough. Your paycheck covers your basic expenses, but it doesn't allow you to build wealth. You're stuck in the cycle of working for money instead of having money work for you. And the harder you work, the deeper you go into the trap. The system doesn't reward you for your hard work, it rewards you for staying in the cycle. Next, let's talk about consumerism. The system wants you to keep spending on clothes, gadgets, and the latest trends, so you're constantly chasing what you don't need. They tell you that buying more will bring you happiness, that the latest purchase will fill that empty space inside you, but it never does. Instead, it digs you deeper into debt. It makes you forget what true wealth is, building assets, creating security for yourself and your family. Every dollar spent on unnecessary items is a dollar that could be working for you. Consumerism is designed to keep you distracted, to keep you from realizing your true potential. And then there's debt. It's the silent killer of financial freedom. Debt keeps you trapped in the cycle of working harder for someone else's gain. It keeps you from building your own wealth. High-interest credit cards, loans, and mortgage payments, they're all part of the system designed to keep you paying interest while you never actually own anything. Debt is a tool the system uses to keep you dependent. The more you owe, the more you work, but the less you own. It's a vicious cycle, and it's time to break it. Now think about this. Are you really free, or are you just another cog in the machine? We're taught from a young age to work hard, save a little, and retire with what we've accumulated. But that's a lie. The system doesn't want you to be financially independent. It doesn't want you to break free from the 9-to-5 grind. It wants you to stay stuck, always working for the next paycheck, always chasing that illusion of freedom. But you have the power to change that. The truth is, you're not stuck unless you choose to be. So ask yourself, are you going to continue living this illusion? Or are you ready to wake up and take control of your financial future? The choice is yours. Break free from the system and start building the life you deserve. How many times have you felt like you're working hard but still getting nowhere? The system wants you to believe that as long as you work harder, you'll get ahead. But let me tell you something, it's a lie. The financial system is rigged against you. It's designed to keep you stuck in a cycle of debt, always playing catch up. Most people work their entire lives without achieving true financial freedom because they're trapped by the illusion that working harder is the answer. Debt becomes your invisible prison. Credit cards, loans, and high interest rates, all these things chain you down, pulling you deeper into the system. You're paying off what you've already spent, working harder just to stay afloat, never making progress. It's a cycle that feels impossible to escape. You're not just struggling with money, you're struggling with the system that wants you to keep spending, borrowing, and never saving. But here's the kicker. It's not just about money. The system controls your mind. It keeps you stuck in a constant state of stress and fear. The psychological impact of living in debt is massive. You start to believe you're not capable of doing better. It convinces you that this is just how life works. You need to wake up and realize it doesn't have to be this way. You have the power to change the narrative, break free from the cycle. It's time to take back control. The 9-to-5 grind has been sold to you as the ticket to financial security. The truth? It's a trap. How many of you are living paycheck to paycheck thinking that one more raise or promotion will finally set you free? It's time to face the harsh reality. Relying on one paycheck is the very thing that's keeping you stuck. The idea that a steady job means security is a myth. For most people, it's just a false sense of comfort that keeps you chained to a system designed to keep you working for someone else's benefit. Society has trained us to accept mediocrity and call it success. You were told that working 40 hours a week and getting a paycheck was the dream. But let me ask you this, what happens when you can't work? What happens when you're sick, injured, or just plain exhausted? Do you still feel secure? Real financial freedom looks nothing like the 9-to-5. True freedom is being able to control your time, not be enslaved by it. It's about creating wealth outside the traditional system. The system wants you to believe that your worth is defined by the hours you put in at a job, but that's a lie. You need to stop chasing someone else's dream and start chasing your own path to financial independence. There is a way out. It's time to redefine what success means to you. The system doesn't just trap you with your job, it also controls how you spend. How many of you have ever bought something just because it was on sale, or because everyone else was getting it? That's the power of consumer culture. You're conditioned to spend to buy things you don't need, to live a life of consumption that keeps you broke. Advertising, peer pressure, and the constant bombardment of must-haves have a huge role in keeping you trapped. The more you spend, the more you get hooked into the system. It's easy to overspend when credit is so easily accessible. Loans, credit cards, and financing options make it feel like you're not really spending money. But let me tell you, those debts are not free. They're chains. You're trading your future for things you don't need, while your financial freedom slips further and further away. The more you keep up with the Joneses, the more you fall behind. But here's the good news: you can break the cycle. Start by changing your relationship with money. Be mindful of your spending. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Is this purchase going to bring me closer to my financial freedom, or is it just another way to stay stuck in the system? Reclaim your power. Stop letting money control you. Start focusing on long-term goals, not temporary gratification. Time is your most valuable asset. Yet, how many of you are trading your time for pennies? The truth is, most people are stuck in the rat race, working harder but never truly getting ahead. You're exchanging hours for dollars, but that doesn't bring freedom. It just keeps you in the same place, stuck in a system designed to keep you working for someone else's benefit. When you prioritize money over time, you're making a huge mistake. Your time is worth more than anything else. You can always make more money, but you can never get back time. The system commodifies your time, making you believe that the more you work, the more you'll have. But it's a trap. True wealth isn't about working harder, it's about making smart decisions that allow your time to work for you. The key to breaking free from this cycle is to focus on building passive income. Invest in things that create time freedom. Look at ways to generate wealth that doesn't rely on you trading hours for dollars. The goal is to make your money work for you, not the other way around. Your time is precious. Don't waste it. Make choices today that will give you the time to live life on your terms. The myth that working harder leads to success is one of the most damaging lies in our society. How many times have you heard people say, if you just work harder, you'll get what you want? The reality is, more work doesn't always lead to more success. In fact, working harder can burn you out and leave you feeling empty. Hustle culture promotes the idea that if you're not working non-stop, you're failing. But let me tell you, this mindset only keeps you stuck. It makes you believe that your worth is measured by how much time you spend working. But that's not true wealth. Real wealth comes from working smarter, not harder. Instead of grinding away for the same results, focus on working strategically. Build systems and processes that allow your money to grow without you having to put in endless hours. Shift your focus from labor to creating long-term wealth. Working smarter means making decisions that pay off in the future, not just putting in more hours today. It's time to stop glorifying overwork. It's time to start working with purpose and intention so that your efforts pay off in the long run. To escape the system, you need to change your mindset. Most people are trapped because they believe the system's lies, that you need to work hard for someone else, that debt is just a part of life, and that financial freedom is a dream for the lucky few. But none of that is true. The first step in breaking free is to reprogram your beliefs around money. Educate yourself. Understand how money works and how you can make it work for you. Financial literacy is the key to escaping the system. The more you learn, the more you realize how much control you actually have over your own financial destiny. The system doesn't want you to know how money works, but once you do, you can create your own path to wealth. Start building assets, creating investments, and developing businesses outside of the traditional system. This is how you take control. This is how you escape. You don't have to follow the traditional path, you can create your own. It's time to stop relying on a system that holds you down and start building your own wealth. You have the power to break free. Don't wait any longer. Take the first step today. The first step to freedom is making a decision to change, a decision to take control of your finances. That decision is the most powerful thing you can do today. It sets the course for your future, but deciding is only the beginning. You need a clear plan, a roadmap that guides you out of the system and into true financial freedom. Start by setting clear financial goals. Identify where you are right now, where you want to be, and what steps you need to take to get there. The road to freedom isn't always easy. There will be setbacks, but consistency and discipline are the keys to lasting change. Create habits that move you forward. Even small steps taken consistently will lead to big results over time. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Take action today. The road to financial freedom starts with the decision to change, and that decision starts with you. Have you ever been told that if you just work hard enough, you'll eventually be secure? That if you follow the system, keep your head down, and put in the time, you'll be financially set for life? That's the lie they've been selling you. The truth is, the system has conditioned you to believe that financial security comes from working a 9-to-5 job, keeping your nose clean, and climbing the corporate ladder. But the reality is much different. That so-called security is a trap. Let me be clear, the traditional path of working for someone else, relying on a paycheck and hoping for a pension is not the key to your freedom. It's the system's way of keeping you just comfortable enough to keep working, but not enough to break free. The 9-to-5 grind is a false promise. It's designed to keep you busy, exhausted, and just barely getting by. When you start to realize that financial security isn't the same as financial freedom, you begin to see the trap for what it really is. Being financially secure might mean you have a steady paycheck, but it doesn't mean you have control over your future. It doesn't mean you're free. True financial freedom comes when you take control of your income, when you stop relying on others for your livelihood, and when you stop exchanging your time for money. This isn't about working harder or longer hours, it's about working smarter. It's about shifting from the mindset of survival to the mindset of empowerment. You have to stop thinking of money as something you need to survive and start seeing it as a tool you can use to create freedom. It's time to wake up and realize that the system has been holding you back, and it's time to break free. This shift in mindset is the first step toward building the life you truly want. To truly escape this trap, you must question everything you've been taught about money. Think about it. If the system's idea of financial security was actually working, why are so many people still struggling? Why are so many working harder than ever, but still falling short? The answer is simple. It's because the system doesn't want you to be free. It wants you to stay stuck, trapped in the cycle of working just to get by. So what's the first step to breaking free? It's challenging your beliefs about money. It's time to stop viewing money as a limited resource and start seeing it as something that can work for you. You can create wealth and freedom, but only if you change the way you think about it. The moment you begin to see money as a tool for empowerment, that's when you start to take control of your financial life. You're not just a cog in the machine, you are capable of so much more. You don't have to settle for the illusion of financial security. You have the power to create true freedom, but it starts with changing the way you view money and, by extension, your life. Your journey starts today with the simple yet powerful realization that you are the key to your own financial future. Have you ever felt like you're constantly running in circles, working hard but not seeing the progress you desire? Have you wondered why some people seem to achieve financial success effortlessly while you're stuck struggling to make ends meet? It's frustrating, I know, but here's the truth. Success isn't about working harder, it's about thinking smarter and developing the right mindset. Today marks a turning point. I'm going to share with you the real keys to wealth, keys that go beyond numbers, strategies, and tricks. They start with how you think, how disciplined you are, and how you make decisions every single day. This isn't just about earning more money, it's about transforming the way you approach life, business, and success. These principles will challenge you, but they will also empower you to take control of your future. Now let's dive into the foundation of wealth building. This journey begins with your mindset, the way you think about money, opportunity, and your own potential. If you're ready to reshape your financial future, stay with me, because what you're about to hear could change everything. Let me tell you something. The difference between the wealthy and the rest of us isn't just about hard work, it's about how they think. The wealthy view money as a tool for opportunity, freedom, and growth. For most people, money is a tool for survival or a way to satisfy temporary wants. The key to wealth is realizing that your thoughts about money shape every decision you make about it. If you believe money is hard to come by, it will be. If you believe there are endless opportunities to grow your wealth, then that belief will drive you to seize those opportunities. It all starts with shifting from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. Most people believe that money is limited, that if someone else wins, there's less for them. That's a trap. The truth is, Wealth is abundant, and there's more than enough for everyone. When you move beyond limiting beliefs and see money as a tool for growth, you open yourself to endless opportunities. You start taking proactive steps instead of waiting for luck or hoping for a miracle. And here's the kicker: wealth building requires more than just thinking positively. It requires adaptability. The wealthy understand that things change. Opportunities shift. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. But what sets them apart is their ability to adapt, to think differently, and to pivot when necessary. They're not rigid. They remain flexible, always looking for ways to grow, even when faced with obstacles. This mental flexibility is what accelerates wealth creation. Now let's talk about one of the biggest obstacles standing between you and financial freedom: instant gratification. It's the reason most people are stuck. We live in a world that values short-term pleasures over long-term success. Whether it's the latest gadget, a night out, or even just eating out for convenience, these small indulgences add up over time and rob you of the wealth-building potential you could be investing in. The truth is, wealth building isn't about instant rewards, it's about delayed gratification. The wealthy understand this principle intimately. They're willing to say no now so they can say yes to bigger opportunities later. This doesn't mean you have to deny yourself pleasure forever, but it does mean you have to make conscious decisions about where your money goes. Every dollar you spend today is a dollar that could be invested in your future. Building wealth is like running a marathon, not a sprint. It requires patience, persistence, and a mindset that understands the rewards of delayed gratification. It's not about how much you can spend today, but how much you can save, invest, and grow for tomorrow. Wealth is built over time, not in a day or a month. It's the daily sacrifices, the small choices to spend wisely, that compound into massive wealth over the years. To build lasting wealth, you have to recognize the traps of consumerism and avoid them. Don't let the pressures of society dictate how you spend your money. Instead, embrace the discipline of delayed gratification. Start by setting small goals. Maybe it's cutting back on unnecessary expenses or focusing on building an emergency fund. As you practice this, you'll start to see the power of saying no now to create a stronger, more secure future. Here's the hard truth: financial freedom doesn't come without discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. It's the daily habits that add up to massive success over time. You have to develop a routine of making good financial decisions every single day. This isn't easy, but it's essential. Without discipline, wealth will remain an elusive dream. Financial independence is built on the foundation of self-discipline. The wealthy don't just act when it's convenient, they act consistently. They set goals, they create plans, and they stick to them no matter what. One of the most powerful tools you can use to gain control over your finances is a budget. A budget isn't a restriction, it's a tool that gives you the freedom to choose where your money goes. When you understand and control your finances, you're no longer a slave to your paycheck, you're in control of your future. And here's something crucial to remember: discipline isn't about denying yourself everything. It's about making conscious decisions that align with your long-term goals. It's about understanding that the small daily actions you take now, whether it's saving a percentage of your income, investing in your skills, or simply avoiding unnecessary debt, will eventually lead to freedom. If you want to achieve financial independence, you must commit to consistency. Every small action you take today will compound into something greater tomorrow. Just like building a muscle, developing financial discipline requires regular effort and time. It's the habits you build today that will secure your future. So, what's the bottom line here? Wealth is not just about the money, it's about how you think, how you act, and how you remain disciplined every single day. The wealthy understand that mindset and discipline are the keys to unlocking true financial freedom. If you want to join them, you need to start changing the way you think and the way you act right now. Today is the day to make that shift, to believe in abundance, to practice delayed gratification, to embrace discipline. Your financial future is in your hands. Take control of it. Have you ever looked at your financial situation and wondered, how did I end up here? Maybe you feel overwhelmed by the constant struggle to stay afloat. Or perhaps you're tired of hoping for a financial breakthrough that never seems to come. You've tried to get ahead, but somehow you're stuck in a cycle that feels impossible to break. It's frustrating, isn't it? Well, I'm here to tell you that today marks the moment when everything can change. It's time to stop feeling trapped and start taking control of your financial future. The first step to financial freedom isn't about making more money. It's about having a clear plan. Without a plan, you're just drifting, reacting to life as it comes. But with a plan, you take control. You steer your financial ship in the direction you choose. In this speech, I'm going to walk you through the powerful steps you can take to build a strong financial foundation, eliminate debt, and start saving and investing to secure your future. No fluff, no empty promises, just real, actionable advice. Stick with me, because the path to financial freedom starts now, and it starts with you. Listen carefully. If you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. That's the reality. The majority of people struggle financially because they have no clear strategy. They're drifting through life, reacting to whatever comes their way. They earn money, they spend money, but they never sit down and ask themselves, where is this going? What's my plan? A financial plan isn't just about numbers and spreadsheets, it's about direction. Without it, you're at the mercy of life's unpredictable twists and turns. But when you have a solid plan, everything changes. Your financial chaos becomes control. You go from wondering how you'll get by to actively building wealth. The first step in creating your financial plan is understanding where you are right now. You need to get brutally honest with yourself about your current financial situation. Look at your debts, your savings, your income, everything. Only when you know exactly where you stand can you begin to chart the course to where you want to go. Then you need to set clear financial goals. What are you working towards? A debt-free life? Saving for a home? Building an emergency fund? Whatever it is, write it down. Goals aren't just ideas, they're the foundation of your plan. They give you something to work towards and help you measure your progress. But your financial goals don't mean anything if they aren't backed by action. That's where your budget comes in. A budget is the practical, everyday tool that makes your goals a reality. It aligns your spending with your priorities. It's not about restricting yourself, it's about making intentional choices that move you closer to your financial freedom. So, where do you begin? Start by identifying your goals and then build a budget that reflects those goals. Adjust your spending to make sure your money is going where it needs to, toward your future. It's all about taking control and making sure every dollar you spend serves your bigger vision. Let me ask you something. How much is your debt holding you back? You may not realize it, but debt is like a chain around your financial future, dragging you down and keeping you from moving forward. It's easy to ignore or push off, but the longer you carry that burden, the heavier it becomes. Debt doesn't just impact your finances, it impacts your mindset, your confidence, and your ability to grow. So how did you get here? Maybe it started with a car loan, credit card bills, or an unexpected expense. Slowly, those small debts piled up, and now you're caught in the cycle of minimum payments and growing interest. The debt trap is a dangerous place to be. It limits your options, prevents you from saving, and makes it nearly impossible to build real wealth. But here's the good news. You can break free. The first step is facing your debt head on. Don't ignore it, look at it, understand it, and then make a plan to pay it off. Two popular methods for paying down debt are the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. The debt snowball method starts with paying off your smallest debt first, then moving to the next one, creating momentum as you go. The debt avalanche method targets your highest interest debt first, saving you more money in the long run. Both methods are effective, but the key is choosing one and sticking to it. When you're working to eliminate debt, your priority should be high-interest debt. These are the debts that drain your finances the most. Credit cards, payday loans, anything with sky-high interest rates. The faster you can eliminate these, the better. The longer you hold on to these high-interest debts, the more they control you. But getting out of debt isn't just about paying bills, it's about changing your mindset. You have to stop seeing debt as normal and start seeing it as something to eliminate. Build new habits around money. Habits that keep you from falling back into the same traps. Stay disciplined, stick to your plan, and protect your future from the chains of debt. Now that we've talked about eliminating debt, it's time to focus on building wealth. And the first step to building wealth is saving. It sounds simple, right? But too many people skip this crucial step, thinking they can just jump into investing without having any savings to fall back on. Here's the truth. Saving is the foundation for everything else. Before you can invest in stocks, real estate, or anything else, you need to have an emergency fund. This is your safety net, the money you can tap into when life throws you a curveball. You don't want to be stuck with nothing when unexpected expenses hit. Once you have your emergency fund in place, then you can start thinking about investing. Investing is how you make your money work for you. It's how you build wealth over time. But don't rush in. Learn the basics of investing. Stocks, bonds, real estate. Understand the balance of risk and reward. Start small and build your knowledge as you go. And here's the magic of investing. Compound interest. Over time, your money grows on itself. It's like planting a tree. The more you feed it, the bigger it grows. Start early, stay consistent, and let compound interest work its magic. But don't stop at just one type of investment. Diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Different types of investments protect you from risk and increase your chances of long-term success. Build a portfolio that balances safety and growth, and make sure it reflects your long-term goals. So start with saving, then move to investing. The key is consistency, putting away money regularly and allowing it to grow over time. This is the true path to financial security. Let's get real for a second. One income stream is never enough. Whether you're working a job, running a business, or doing something else, relying on just one source of income is dangerous. Life is unpredictable. Jobs get lost. Businesses fail. If you put all your eggs in one basket, you're risking everything. That's why you need multiple streams of income. The more sources of income you have, the more secure you become. Imagine being able to earn money while you sleep. That's the power of passive income. Whether it's rental income, dividends, or royalties, passive income streams can provide financial freedom without you having to work 24/7. But building passive income takes time. Start small. Look at what skills you have and consider how you can use them to create additional income. Maybe it's a side hustle. Maybe it's investing in real estate. Whatever it is, start building now. These small income streams can grow into something much bigger. As you continue building your income streams, diversify. Have a mix of active and passive income. The more income streams you have, the more control you gain over your financial future. You're no longer relying on a paycheck to survive. You're creating your own financial freedom. So don't wait. Start building multiple streams of income today and take control of your financial destiny. The path to financial security is in your hands. Keep going, stay disciplined, and keep moving forward. Your future self will thank you. Have you ever felt like you're running in place no matter how hard you try? Like the dream of financial success is just out of reach, no matter how many hours you put in? I'm here to tell you, if you're feeling that way, you're not alone. But here's the thing, the journey to wealth isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. The path to financial freedom is filled with obstacles, but each of those obstacles is an opportunity. If you're facing challenges right now, that's not a signal to stop. It's the exact moment you need to push harder. Let me tell you something. Success doesn't come to those who quit when the going gets tough. Success belongs to those who get knocked down, stand back up, and keep moving forward. If you're serious about changing your life, you need to understand something. Failure is not your enemy. It's part of the process. It's fuel. Every single successful person you admire, they've failed, they've been rejected, they've been told no, but they didn't quit, and that's why they made it. When you fail, don't see it as an end. See it as a lesson. Every setback is a lesson in disguise. You only lose when you stop trying. Think about some of the most famous entrepreneurs and investors out there. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the company he built with his own hands. But he didn't quit. He came back stronger than ever and built the tech empire that's now part of our daily lives. Do you think he got there without failure? No, he got there because he saw each failure as a lesson. He learned, adapted, and moved forward. The key to turning failure into fuel is resilience. It's about bouncing back when the world tells you to give up. And this is where the magic happens. Resilience is what separates those who succeed from those who fade into obscurity. When the storm hits, and it will hit, you need to be ready to stand firm. Don't let rejection, loss, or discouragement keep you down. If you can bounce back, there's nothing that can stop you from reaching your goals. But here's the hard truth. You can't just wish for success. You have to work for it. It's not enough to hope things will turn around. You need to get up every day with the mindset that setbacks are simply part of the journey. Take each failure, no matter how crushing it may seem, and use it as a stepping stone. The richest people in the world didn't get there by walking a smooth path. They got there by overcoming the rough ones. So don't be afraid of failure. In fact, you should welcome it. Each time you fail, you're closer to success than you were before. And let's be honest, if you don't fail, are you really pushing yourself hard enough? Remember, the road to wealth isn't going to be easy, but with perseverance and resilience, you'll get there. Stay in the game, learn from every mistake, and keep moving forward. Because success, it's waiting for those who have the guts to get back up when life knocks them down. Have you ever caught yourself waiting for the right moment to start, thinking that success is just one perfect plan away? You're not alone. So many people think that success is all about the big moves, the grand gestures. But let me tell you something, Success isn't built overnight, and it's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about the small, consistent changes you make every day that will eventually lead you to where you want to be. Today, I want to show you how taking small steps starting right now can lead to massive financial transformation. We're going to break this down into simple, actionable steps that anyone can start today, no matter where you are. This isn't about empty motivation, it's about taking real action that you can implement immediately. I'm here to guide you through the process, so you'll leave this speech not just inspired, but with a clear plan for how to turn your financial dreams into reality. This is your moment. Don't wait. Let's dive in. Let's start with the most powerful concept in building wealth: small, consistent actions. Think of it this way. Have you ever heard of the principle of incremental improvement? It's about making small changes every day that compound into massive results over time. The truth is, most people want to jump straight to the big wins. They want the flashy car, the dream home, the luxury vacations. But that's not how wealth is built. Wealth is built by taking tiny, manageable steps every single day. It's about tracking your expenses, saving a little more each week, and gradually building your financial literacy. It doesn't matter if you start with just $5 a week. That's $5 you didn't have yesterday. And guess what? Over time, that money compounds. Some of the wealthiest people started with small, seemingly insignificant changes. Jeff Bezos didn't build Amazon overnight. He started with a small idea in a garage, and over the years, with consistent effort, it grew into a global empire. So many successful entrepreneurs started with small changes, like reading one book a month on finances or setting aside just 10% of their paycheck. Those small actions made all the difference. Now here's where the magic happens. As you make small changes, you'll begin to think bigger. Your mindset will shift from "I can't" to "I can." When you start to see how your small efforts lead to bigger rewards, you'll start believing that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. But you need to start small to think big. Small actions today will give you the confidence to set bigger goals tomorrow. Let's talk about goals. Big dreams are important, but without a clear path to follow, they're just that, dreams. If you want to transform your financial situation, you need clear, specific goals. Goals without specifics are just wishes. They leave you wandering without direction. That's where SMART goals come in. If you're not familiar with the SMART goal system, let me break it down. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These are the pillars of successful goal setting. When you make your goals specific, you're giving yourself clarity. When they're measurable, you can track progress. When they're achievable, you make sure you're not setting yourself up for failure. When they're relevant, they align with your true aspirations. And when they're time-bound, you set deadlines that keep you accountable. Let's say your goal is to save $10,000. That's a great start, but it's too vague. Instead, let's break it down. I want to save $200 per month for the next 5 years. This is a specific, measurable, achievable goal with a clear time frame. Now you know exactly what you need to do every month to hit that goal. Without these specifics, how would you know if you're on track? And here's the thing, you need both short-term and long-term goals. Long-term goals are essential. They give you vision and purpose. But don't forget about your short-term goals. They're what keep you moving day by day, and they build momentum. You might not hit your long-term goal immediately, but if you keep hitting the small short-term targets along the way, you'll get there. Now let's address something crucial: action. Action is everything. You can have all the goals in the world, but without action, those goals are just ideas. You can dream all you want about having wealth, but unless you take consistent, deliberate steps toward your goal, nothing will change. Success isn't about waiting for a sign or for the right time. It's about doing the work day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it. Every small step you take today, no matter how insignificant it feels, will lead you to where you want to be. Think about someone who made it big through consistent effort. Maybe someone like Warren Buffett. Buffett didn't become one of the richest people in the world by getting lucky. He became successful by making small, smart decisions every day. He invested in businesses with potential, and he stayed consistent with his investment strategy, even when others doubted him. You need to build habits that push you toward your goals. This might mean setting aside time each day to check your expenses, reading about investment strategies, or automating your savings. These habits, when practiced consistently, will snowball into financial freedom. The key here is understanding that every small step matters. You might feel like you're not making progress at times, but trust me, each action is a building block. Don't overlook the power of small wins. They matter more than you think. Let me be blunt, if you keep waiting for the perfect time, you'll be waiting forever. The time to start is now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now. Procrastination is one of the biggest barriers to success. It whispers to you, telling you that you'll start tomorrow, that you need to wait until everything is perfect. But guess what? Tomorrow never comes. You keep waiting, and the years slip by. Opportunities pass, and you're left wondering why you didn't act sooner. Let me tell you something, starting today, even if it's imperfect, is far better than waiting for the perfect moment. The most successful people didn't wait for all the answers. They took action, often with imperfect information, and learned as they went. They started with what they had and figured it out along the way. Don't let fear or perfectionism keep you stuck. The first step is often the hardest, but once you take it, the rest becomes easier. Whether it's creating a savings plan, investing a small amount, or tracking your expenses, just start. The fear of making mistakes will always be smaller than the regret of never trying. Your time is now. Don't wait for the perfect moment, create it today. Have you ever woken up and realized that you've been living on autopilot, going through the motions day after day, doing what's expected but never really moving forward? The truth is, most people spend their entire lives on autopilot, repeating the same habits, the same routines, the same patterns. And guess what? If nothing changes, nothing will change. So today is your wake-up call. It's time to break free from that cycle and take control of your future, especially when it comes to your finances. This isn't about empty words, it's about the power you have to make conscious decisions that can change everything. I'm going to guide you through the steps that will help you stop drifting and start living with purpose. It's time to take ownership of your financial situation. If you're tired of being stuck, of feeling like success is for someone else, this is your moment. Get ready to wake up, step up, and change your life. Let's face it, we all get comfortable. We find a routine that feels safe and predictable, and we settle in. But here's the harsh truth. Comfort zones don't lead to success. They lead to mediocrity. When you stay on autopilot, you end up stuck in a cycle, repeating the same financial mistakes, never stepping out of your comfort zone to build something greater. If nothing changes, nothing will change. This is the reality for so many people. They go through their lives wishing for something better, waiting for a breakthrough that never comes. The breakthrough comes when you stop waiting and start acting. Today, I want to challenge you to step out of that comfortable routine and face your financial reality head on. Don't let another day slip by in autopilot mode. Think about what you're losing by not taking action now. Missed opportunities, wasted time, the constant frustration of not moving forward, it all compounds. The path you're on right now will only lead to more of the same. If you want something different, you have to make a decision to do something different. The power to change is in your hands. It's about being conscious, about making decisions today that will set you up for a brighter future. Don't wait. Make the commitment to step out of your comfort zone, and you'll find the power to transform your financial situation. Here's the thing. The system doesn't control you. You control you. It's easy to feel like success is reserved for a select few, the lucky ones, the people who were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. But that's a lie. Everyone has the ability to control their own financial future, no matter where they start. It all begins with taking responsibility. Taking responsibility for your decisions, your actions, and your choices. This is the first step toward financial freedom. If you keep waiting for someone else to fix your situation, you'll be waiting forever. But when you take ownership, you take control. You stop letting external circumstances dictate your life. Now, here's where things get powerful. Successful people don't let the system hold them back. They break free from it. They don't let their circumstances control them. They take action, and they make their own rules. You have the same power. It's in you right now. When you choose to stop playing by other people's rules and start making your own, that's when everything changes. Empowerment starts with you. If you believe you can build wealth, then you can. It's not about being born into the right family or having a stroke of luck. It's about knowledge, discipline, and taking consistent action. The key to unlocking your financial freedom lies in your hands, no one else's. Let me ask you something. How long are you willing to wait? The most precious resource you have is time. Every day that passes is one you'll never get back. What you do today will determine your future. If you want to create the life you've always dreamed of, now is the time to act. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start your journey to financial freedom. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. The moment to act is now, and the future you want begins with what you do today. Your financial destiny doesn't start tomorrow. It starts right here, right now. You can no longer afford to put off your goals. The road ahead won't always be easy, and that's okay. Building wealth takes time. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's about steady progress day after day, year after year, but the rewards are worth it. Financial freedom, security, and the ability to live life on your terms, they're all possible, but only if you commit to the process. So I'm going to ask you one final question. Will you take action, or will you let the system continue to control your life? The choice is yours. You can sit back and keep waiting, or you can step forward and start making things happen. Success is never about waiting for the perfect time. It's about taking action, no matter how small. Right now, this is your moment. Don't let it slip by. Make the decision today to take control of your financial future. You have the power. Now go use it.